All right, well, you obviously have been doing this for a long time here at Michigan State. To have something for the first time still, winning every game in December and January, how special is that for you and this group to accomplish?
You know, until the media brought it up to me last night, I had no clue. And I'm not saying that humbly, I had no clue. I think part of it is, over the years, we've always had tough schedules, and it's hard to win every game, you know, but the way it went, and we had the early games in November, so I guess it's another milestone. You know what I like about it, when it was brought up to my team last night, that they have something to hang their hat on. You know, every team that leaves here, you hope has something that they did that somebody before them didn't do. And when you can do that, that's pretty cool. So I'm more happy for my team than me.
Yeah, 13-game winning streak, 9-0 in the Big Ten currently. You know, I know you've talked about the schedule is going to get a lot tougher now coming up, but for this team to stay focused on the 9 games in Big Ten play, what does that just say about this group this year?
Well, I think it's incredible because I don't care who you play. When you go on streaks in this day and age with everything that's going on around you, it takes a special group, you know. I think the chemistry of this group is off the charts. You know, it's been that way most of the time, and it just kind of is growing, you know. Adversity will hit probably, and when it does, that's when we'll really learn, is it strong enough or not? But I said that coming back from Rutgers, you know, the bad travel we had, the 4 in the morning, all the stuff. It would have been a good excuse to have a letdown, and we started out that Minnesota game like they were on a mission, and I think they're starting to figure some things out on just how valuable and important their passion, their energy, and their chemistry is.
Ben Johnson, Minnesota's coach, talked afterwards about he could sense that connectiveness and how much chemistry this group has. What does that mean when another coach can sense that about your guys?
Well, he said 2 things to me. He said, you have unbelievable chemistry. 3 things. He says, you're really tough. And he said, and this crowd is unbelievable. And man, for me, that's music to my ears. I mean, that's about as good as it gets. You know, I think I appreciate all those things. I want toughness. I want guys to get along. And I want our community, our students, our fans to feel like they have some ownership in our program. And the only thing left is maybe we all should sit back, because he's telling you it isn't like that everywhere, not just where he is, but other places he's been. And I appreciate that.
What do you think it is that a coach can sense on the court of, like, this group has that feel where they just enjoy being around each other?
Well, it's probably watching them talk to each other. If somebody messes up, how do they handle it? You know, we really can see a lot when you're coaching on the other team. You know, somebody misses a screen and roll or misses a pass. Are they complaining about it, or are they doing it a different way? And I think what he realizes, these guys stick together pretty good.
Yeah, strength in numbers is obviously a big term you talk about a lot, this team talks about a lot. Who's the one that came up with that term, I guess, this year? The reason why it's on the board right now in practice?
Yeah. Well, you know, Doug Wojcik and I were talking about it one day, and he said we just got to have strength in our numbers. And I said, hey, that's kind of what the Warriors went through. You know, they have their big shirts on that. And the be different thing was something I did because I just didn't like the way the game of basketball was going. And I don't want it to be the same as everybody else. I want it different. And they bought into both. And yeah, we made it a big deal because I think it's very important. The strength in numbers is why we've won. Everybody knows that. And being different means don't get caught up in the outside world. Don't get caught up in Twitter. Don't get caught up in families and friends and girlfriends and all the things that go on. Just try to stay focused on your task and don't fall into the depths that a lot of people do.
Through 9 Big Ten games, you've had 6 different leading scorers in those games. What is it about this group, or where did it come from, where they're so unselfish and they don't mind who's scoring?
I think they're growing into that, you know. I think they really are, and we're lucky. Our bigs are very, very unselfish, but and our guards are just getting better at it, you know. I think Trey and Jeremy and Jace have really can really pass the ball just like the other night, and between Jeremy and Jace, we had 14 assists and 1 turnover, and those kind of numbers are phenomenal, and that means other people are getting the ball. If, or I should say when, we start making open shots, those assists are going to go up, and then we'll take a good team and maybe make it into even something more special.
Yeah, I know you've talked a lot about Jason, just what he's done to impress you as a freshman. He has 20 points against Rutgers, and then doesn't score the most against Minnesota, but he has 8 assists. Just, I guess, every game, is it just something new with him for you?
He has one of the higher basketball IQs of any player I've coached. He just sees the game, and it comes very smooth to him. But probably the biggest thing he has is unselfishness. Sometimes I'm telling him, look for your shot more, do this more. Very seldom do you have to tell a guard to do that. But he does have a high basketball IQ, and he's really learning to play with Jeremy and Trey and Jaden and Cohen. And I threw that nice lob to Cohen. Sooner or later, there's going to be some real chemistry between all of them.
Yeah, where do you want this team now to grow the most with 11 games remaining in Big Ten play?
Well, I think we got to shoot the ball. We got to get better offensively. We just sometimes we make some crazy turnovers. I think our break was really good. I don't think it's been as good lately. I think we're still missing shots, but I think we're taking some bad shots. We felt like out at Madison Square Garden, we were taking shots 3 feet, 4 feet behind I think we got mixed up on the college line, the NBA line. And so we got to home in on stuff like that, continue to work on our defense, continue to work on our rebounding. Our free throw shooting has been very good for us. There's a lot of room for margin for growth, but I think right now, offensively, and now can we handle this kind of road trip? That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, going out west for the first time in a while for you. What's the game plan to prepare for 2 games out west?
Yeah, it's not only going out west, but as you say, the 2 games, and you go to Maui, but everybody's in the same. This is different, we'll get there, and they've been waiting for us. They didn't have to travel, and just like when they come here, it's the same, but that's a 3-hour time change is different, and everybody says, well, how are you going to handle it? I said, how do I know? I've never done it. But, I've talked to some NBA teams, I've talked to some college teams that have done it, and, we're going to go out Thursday night after school, after practice, and get acclimated Friday, and play Saturday, and then, you got a couple days, then you play again on Tuesday. The real killer, they say, is then coming back, getting in at 6, 7 in the morning, and having to play on that Saturday at noon against a very good Oregon team. So this is an incredible stretch. USC's playing a lot better. UCLA is really playing better. Now, they were picked higher to start with, and Oregon might have the most talent in the league.
As a Youper who's used to the cold, do you like going out to Cali for your birthday on Thursday?
You know what? Weather doesn't bother. I think it's beautiful out here right now. It's 40-some degrees. So I don't think I'll be surfing. I was thinking about it, but I don't think I'll do it. I think I'll just kind of work on USC, and isn't something I thought about.
Turning 70 though on Thursday, I guess. Where do you find this energy still, doing this for so long, and in the middle of a season too?
I think age is overrated. I really do. I think you want to find a way that college is good in that respect. You're around young kids every day. You're dealing with your players every day. Everybody on campus is vibrant. I don't feel much different than I did when I was 50. So I really mean that, and I think that's a good thing. Keep working on not getting older, but staying younger.
Yeah, 70 years young, I should say.
There you go.
Perfect. Awesome.